I welcome you today to the second annual Robots in the Roses. A little bit over a year ago today, we kicked off Cruiser and the consortium with this very event. And we've increased both in numbers and in variety of people who are displaying all aspects of unmanned systems, from technical to ethical, from concept generation to experimentation.
I like to say unmanned systems do the jobs that are dull, dirty, and dangerous. So that's where you start. And you say, how can unmanned systems go into areas that you wouldn't want to put a man or a woman into danger? Put them into an area where there might be radioactivity or chemical or biological weapons, or just things that do dull, repetitive operations like staring at an area and trying to find things.
We've got two SRS unicorns. We're going to be practicing swarm tactics. There'll be two teams, red and blue. They'll be flying in a sort of capture the flag, team on team. They have about 20-minute battery lives, so 50 minutes of actual flight time once everything gets into formation. They're all autonomous, and hopefully this will prove the usefulness of swarm tactics in UAVs.
Cruiser, the Consortium for Robotics and Unmanned Systems Education Research, is considering the ethical dimension of unmanned systems. Right now, generally what happens is if an unmanned system breaks a link, it's told to return to a base. It's told not to go forward.
And what's a link?
A link is what connects the unmanned system to a human operator somewhere in the chain.
Okay.
So if it's, say it's an unmanned aerial vehicle that's going out to bomb something, and it loses its link, its communications link between its controller, it doesn't continue to go and drop the bomb. You could put into an automated targeting system inside the guidance package of an unmanned system, and it would go out, and even though it lost its communication link to its controller, it would have a picture in its mind of the target that is allowed to attack. And perhaps you would allow the unmanned system to go ahead and do that, to write into its program that if you break link, if you can find this particular target, it's okay to attack it without any further guidance. The thing that I'm most interested in is the BAMS, the Broad Area Maritime Surveillance System, which is a global hawk at sea. The reason why I'm excited about that is it's going to be able to fly 2,000 nautical miles away from the base, stay out there for 24 hours, and just look at the ocean. It's going to be able to cover an enormous area. In the past, we used to call frigates the eyes of the fleet. Well, in the future, the eyes of the fleet are going to be the BAMs. When you have that kind of endurance, you've got to get excited, because you can say, wow, I could really start to do something with this when I don't have to worry about only sending out for 6 hours. The future is really, really bright. I say this is like when we shifted from unguided weapons, guns, to guided missiles. It took a long time to get all of the things worked out, but it completely revolutionized the way the Navy fought, and unmanned systems will completely revolutionize the way the Navy fights.